Friends, Namaste. This is Rajneesh Sawant and you are watching Janta Janardhan. Friends, due to lockdown measures, schools and colleges have been kept closed for the past more than 5 months. This has hampered the conventional classroom education system to a great deal. Also, there is an uncertainty among students, teachers, and the school and college admin staff as to when the lockdown will be lifted. In such a global scenario, the world is turning towards the other option, and that is e learning. Already, e learning has attained acceptance to a great deal all over the world. Friends, my topic for this video pertains to the subject of e learning. What is e learning? Understanding e learning is simple. E learning is learning utilizing electronic technology to access educational curriculum outside a traditional classroom. In most cases, it refers to a course, program, or degree delivered completely online. There are many terms used to describe learning that is delivered online via the internet, ranging from distance education to computerized electronic learning, online learning, internet learning, and many others. We define e learning as courses that are specifically delivered via the internet to somewhere other than classroom where the professor is teaching. It is not a course delivered via a DVD or a CD ROM, videotape, or over a television channel. It is interactive in that you can also communicate with your teachers, professors, and other students in your class. Sometimes it is delivered live where you can electronically raise your hand and interact in real time, and sometimes it is a lecture that has been pre recorded. There is always a teacher or a professor interacting, communicating with you, and grading your participation, your assignments, and your tests. E learning has proved to be the best means in the corporate sector, especially when training programs are conducted by MNCs for professionals across the globe and employees are able to acquire important skills while sitting in a boardroom, or by having seminars which are conducted for employees of the same or different organization under one roof. The schools which use e learning technologies are a step ahead of those which still have the traditional approach towards learning. No doubt it is equally important to take forward the concept of electronic teaching with the help of books and lectures, but the importance and effectiveness of technology based learning cannot be taken lightly or ignored completely. It is believed that the human brain can easily remember and relate to what is seen and heard via moving pictures or videos. It has also been found that visuals, apart from holding the attention of the student, are also retained by the brain for a longer period. Various sectors, including agriculture, medicine, education, services, business, and government setups, are adapting to the concept of e learning, which helps in progress of a nation. Friends, the history of e learning is very fascinating, and one must know how it has evolved over a period. E learning stems from the ongoing incorporation of technology, specifically computer systems and mobile devices, into learning and education environments. While the first e learning systems were more focused on the delivery of content and information from teachers to students. As technology evolved, e learning began to incorporate more interactive, multidirectional tools. Correspondence and collaboration became more efficient, and systems started to feel more natural and easier to navigate. Internationally, in the early 90s, several schools had been set up that delivered courses online only, making most of the internet and bringing education to people who wouldn't previously have been able to attend a college due to geographical or time constraints. Technological advancement also helped educational establishment reduce the cost of distance learning, a saving that would be passed on to the students, helping bring education to a wider audience. In 2000s, businesses began using e-learning to train their employees. New and experienced workers alike now had the opportunity to improve upon their industry knowledge base and expand their skill sets. Timeline of historical events in e-learning. 1642, way back 1642, Pascal's calculator. Blaise Pascal designed the very first mechanical calculator in 1642 when he was only 19 years old. Despite the significance of his invention, he only managed to sell 20 units within a period of 12 years. Way back 1728, first distance learning course. In 1728, Caleb Phillips from Boston created the very first distance learning course. The course lessons were delivered to students weekly through regular mail. 1924, the automatic teacher. Ohio State University professor Sidney Pressie designed the very first electronic learning device, automatic teacher. The device was designed to replace standardized testing through an automatic machine. Due to lack of interest and investment, the device failed to reach the masses. In 1957, a teaching machine. Harvard University psychologist B.F. Skinner created the teaching machine. Skinner type of learning machine called the glider differed from Pressie's machine in that it aimed to teach students rather than just test them. The device saw moderate success. 1960, Plato programmed logic for automatic teaching operations. Professor Don Blitzer from the University of Illinois created the first computer-based education tool called the Plato. In the beginning, Plato was used to deliver computer-based education in order to improve literacy. However, the device quickly outgrew its strictly educational purpose and became a cornerstone in modern multi-user computing. Plato is the direct ancestor of modern e-learning systems such as Blackboard and WebCT. 1966, Computer Managed Instruction. Patrick Suppes of Stanford University pioneered CMI, Computer Managed Instruction, with IBM 1500 hardware. He tutored elementary school children with individual CMI sessions in mathematics to supplement teacher instruction. Suppes argued that the greatest value of computers in education is individualized instruction and the supported dialogue. 1969, ARPANET. ARPANET, the technical foundation of the Internet, was created by interconnecting 4 university computers. The original purpose of ARPANET was educational, with the intent of sharing resources among scientific users at connected institutions. However, today it is widely regarded as the originator of modern Internet. 1977, Apple II personal computer. In 1977, the Apple II personal computer is released, with Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak highlighting education as the primary intent application for the new hardware. Apple II featured color graphics and sounds which was highly impressive for the time and which made device particularly appealing to young demographic. 1979, Apple partners with Bell Howell and established the Apple Education Foundation. The foundation donated computers to students and awarded grants to those who developed software for educational purpose. 1983, Electronic University Network. The Electronic University Network EUN, an online educational network, is launched by former president of Atari Ron Gordon. It was established to help universities and colleges start utilizing online courses. 1986, a quarter of high school use PCs for college career guidance. 1989, World Wide Web WWW is invented by British scientist Tim Berners-Lee. The WWW's original purpose was information sharing between academic institutions around the world. 1994, first online school. In 1994, the first accredited wholly online high school, CompuHigh, is established. It serves US nationals and international English speaking students from grade 9 through 12. In 1999, term e-learning is first used in professional context by Elliot Massey during TechLearn conference at Disney World. In 1999, the first online university, the very first fully accredited online university, Jones International University, opened its doors in 1999. It offered students online courses and diplomas in business and education until the year 2015 when it was officially closed. 2002, MIT's Open Courseware. MIT starts offering online courses, materials and lectures free of charge through its Open Courseware project. 2008, term MOOC is first used. The term MOOC, Massive Open Online Course, is used for the first time in 2008 by Dave Cormier from the University of Prince Edward Island. 2012, the year of MOOC. Coursera, currently one of the world's biggest online learning platforms, was founded in 2012 by Andrew Ng and Daphne Koller from Stanford University. In addition to Coursera, two other successful online learning platforms, Udacity and edX, emerged, with 2012 becoming known as the year of MOOC. 2014, most universities use e-learning. By 2014, 98% of public colleges and universities were offering full online learning programs. 2018, e-learning reaches $168.8 billion. In 2018, the global e-learning market size reached $168 billion. 2020, most corporations use e-learning. Approximately 90% of US corporations now use online learning. Friends, digital revolution affects education too, changing the whole learning process in so many ways. The word e-learning doesn't sound unfamiliar to many of us these days. Moreover, most of us associate it with not only technological progress, but also with big opportunities. But is e-learning really as effective as it seems? Or it cannot replace classical education, at least at this point? First, let's focus on the benefits of e-learning. 1. E-learning does help save costs. Moreover, it helps both educational institutions and students to do so. College don't have to provide students with space for learning and with some additional materials for their education. Students don't have to travel somewhere to build new skills and gain new knowledge. While e-learning still requires teachers to record their lectures and create courses, these learning materials can be used for a long time and easily changed when the need comes. Therefore, colleges save money on instructors and professors too. Second, e-learning does make education more available. For some students, coming to another country is to study something is impossible, especially if they want only to study a certain course instead of receiving a degree. E-learning simplifies the process greatly, allowing students from all over the world to complete courses created by world's best universities. Third, the e-learning does make students more mobile. E-learning allows students to study from any place where they have a stable internet access. It also allows them to study at any time they find comfortable. All this not only makes the learning process easier for people living in different time zones, but also allows students to combine online education with work or getting a college degree. Moreover, it allows students to organize their time more effectively. Fourth, e-learning does make the whole learning process more entertaining. E-learning technology differs from what most students are used to these days. You learn online, you are able to communicate with people in chats and forums. You can share your progress on social media and so on. Some students like it more this way, some simply find such change refreshing. However, every coin, they say, has two sides. Obviously, e learning also has its disadvantages. However, online learning also has the following drawbacks. 1. E learning depends on technology a lot. While e learning might look like a learning tool available to anyone, in reality, it's not. Not all people have stable internet access and computers that are powerful enough to support online streaming. Second, some find it hard to motivate and organize themselves. Being able to learn at a comfortable pace and organize your learning on your own is a disaster for some students. While some people are good in self organization, some cannot do this without having a clear deadline on writing a term paper and the need to report their progress to the teacher. Some can do so but still feel better working and learning around people because it motivates them more. Third, some students might feel isolated. For some students, college is not only place where they can learn, it's also the place where they come to socialize, to make new friends, and to learn something more from their professors. With e-learning, this can be hard, if not impossible, to achieve. Sure, you will still have online chat rooms and you will be able to ask your instructor questions, but the level of personal connection would hardly be the same as it would in college. That's why some students might feel isolated and deprived of support. Fourth one, the feedback might not be enough. The feedback is one of the biggest drivers of students' progress. The students are able to improve only when they know their flaws and weak points. This could lead to some students falling behind, having gaps in their knowledge, and not completing the course successfully enough. There are many other drawbacks to e learning, and these problems often get pushed aside in an online discussions. After all, who would want to put the brakes on educational innovations? Looking at the industry as a whole also reveals plenty of enthusiasm with the statistics of e-learning industry in 2020 showing massive growth. However, educators worldwide still recognize some major issues plaguing the industry. Let's have a closer look at these problems. These are the disadvantages of e-learning again. Online student feedback is limited. E-learning can cause social isolation. E-learning requires strong self-motivation and time management skills. Lack of communication, skill development in online students. Cheating prevention during online assessment is complicated. Online instructors tend to focus on theory rather than practice. E-learning lacks face-to-face communication. E-learning is limited to certain disciplines. Online learning is inaccessible to the computer illiterate population. Lack of accreditation and quality assurance in online education. Friends, in this video, I have spoken about e-learning in general, the definition of e-learning, what actually is e-learning, timeline of historical events in e-learning, digital revolution, advantages and disadvantages of e-learning. In my next part of e-learning, I will be focusing on the current status of e-learning in India, e-learning market of India, international e-learning platforms available, e-learning platforms made available by Government of India, and how to select a platform that is suitable for oneself. Friends, I thank you all for giving me a patient hearing. Your feedback will be appreciated. This is Rajneesh Sawant signing off for now. Namaste.